instruments playing music. A guy named Bob Bishop wrote a program called, was it Apple Talk or something like this. You could actually talk to the computer and it could understand some of the words that you would speak to it. And it was amazing. I never thought when I designed it would be possible. But the Apple II was such an open machine. Anybody could learn how to program any level of that machine or build hardware for it and learn to program these clever things like I had done. Yeah.
With that kind of history, though, why are we still using keyboards?
With that kind of a history, why are we using keyboards? Because no computer can understand what you're saying. Like a person, you can understand me right here. There isn't a machine in the world that could understand me from that distance. I can't talk to my television set and say, change the channel, while other people are talking in the Word, and yet a human being would understand me perfectly. Artificial intelligence has been very false and hasn't gone nearly close to approaching the human brain and the way it works to decipher signals like audio. We have a long ways to go to make computers human in a lot of ways. We can just artificially program them to play chess because they're so fast, but it took a long time to get there, and it doesn't do it the way a human does.
I've been a fan since '79, my first Apple II, and I wanted to ask you this question. Back before Macworld Expos, there was Apple Fests around, and back then, every table you'd see innovative ideas. If you needed a tone generator, you get an Apple Cat 2. You needed a different keyboard, you go buy it, get a Bionics keyboard. You'd see all this innovation. Even before the iPod accessories and stuff like that, you really don't see the innovation like they did back then.
Right. With the Apple, yes. In the Apple II days, take it back a little, like he's saying, there were a ton of innovations. Every new program that came out, every piece of hardware, every little attachment to this computer. For one thing, I made it so easy to do, and we passed out all of the schematics and the code listings of our computer, because that's how I had learned. It was from looking at other people's work. I wanted people to see all my work and easily understand the computer down to the lowest chip. So it was easy for people to build these devices. Every time you saw a new one, it was the first time in your life you ever saw a keyboard that was in two pieces, or a speaker that could actually add sounds, or a keyboard that you could play music into. These were the first things. Every time you saw a new program, it was almost like a revolution. I never imagined computers would get this far. And we don't have that sort of exciting thing happening today. It's just, computers have pretty much gotten down and done most of the things we think of that are normal. The iPod has 3,000 companies that build things like microphones and speaker systems you plug your iPod into, and cases. So it looks like a whole big world again. And that's what the Apple II days were kind of like. It was this whole world of exciting things that, wasn't just one product. It was a whole community. And we don't have that too often in computers nowadays, especially with the Macintosh ever, because it was a closed system. Apple proprietary, and only one company made it. And at first it wasn't easy to even design products that are plugged in the way it was designed. So there are differences, there are differences in time. Let's wait for the next revolution.